last question is from Instagram from Mia Mehdi. The question is, when will you two have beautiful babies? Well, that's...
Hey. Welcome back to our channel. Hola.
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 Bonjour.
Bonjour. Ni hao. And annyeonghaseyo. So today we are going to be doing Q&A and catch up with us. We have some questions from Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. And the first thing though, we're going to talk to you guys about our goals for 2020, which is this year of course, and what we're doing, vlogging and all that good stuff. So we'll start off with what we want to hit for 2020. What are our goals?
Well, one of our goals is, since we did the whole courthouse marriage thingy after we rushed to get the visas approved and rushed them back in the States, we are planning an actual wedding for friends and family, which is, we set the date as August 29th of 2020. It's going to be a busy weekend because the 28th is also Aliyah's birthday. So yeah, that's one of the goals that we set, is that we're actually going to have actual wedding with, you know, a ceremony and a reception. So we'll definitely have videos of that, video footage of that, and, you know, vlogging about, you know, stuff up to get preparing for the wedding.
We also, our goals, especially our goals on YouTube, is to be fully monetized, which we've been working really hard towards. And we want to hit 5K, which would be great. If not, I mean, it doesn't happen, but definitely we'd like to hit that number. And just having better quality videos for everybody. I've been doing my research and learning like better things to do, and like learning my angles and stuff, and I've come to conclusions that my cell phone isn't the best. So sometimes when I do some vlogging with my cell phone, I don't think I'm going to do that anymore. It's just going to be strictly with the camera, just because the quality of my cell phone, because it's an older model, I still have the 6S, and it's just like the camera quality is just crappy compared to my actual camera here. So we just want better quality everything, because we want to deliver for everybody. Just, yeah, staying on top of that. Also, we have our green card interview coming up.
Yeah, it's actually Friday, the 17th. So we met with our attorney yesterday. Or no, wait, today is Saturday.
A couple days
ago. Thursday afternoon we met with our attorney, and she kind of prepped Arlene about the questions that, you know, they would ask her, and she thinks that everything should go smoothly. Like, our attorney, you know, spoke with us and said that she's worked with many of these the officers that are doing the interview process, and they said they're pretty, you know, laid back. There's only one that you need to watch out for that is all about the book, and we'll ask every single question. Very thorough. Yeah, very thorough about her work, and we'll ask every single question. Hopefully that doesn't happen and we get one of the more laid back officers that are just like, you know, just want this in and out to get over with, where they only ask a couple questions and, you know, be done with. Yeah. And then she says that it could take up to 30 days to find out if they're actually approved or not. But it usually, she says in most of the cases it takes only a week, around a week or so.
So I'm really looking forward to that. It'd be great to have our green cards finally. Yeah. And we're just really grateful that we actually got this interview right away. We were told like 6 months to I don't know, crazy numbers.
Well, all our friends were saying, oh, it's a long process, it could take years, blah, 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 this and that. But our attorney, why do I say attorney? Our attorney told us that, like, after you do get your green card, you know, they expire after every couple years, so you have to kind of renew it, and you know,
every 2 years.
If your green card expires, then you're done, and you can get deported back and never be able to come back in the state. Or did she say that? Never come back to the States, or do you?
I don't know. You probably have to do some kind of appeal or whatever.
So we're
more
trying
money,
to avoid
more time,
that, but like,
more hassle.
But after 3 years of being, you know, in the States with your green card, then you can apply for your citizenship, so that you'll be golden and set. So you won't have to go through the whole green cards and renewing all that stuff. So
yeah, so that's exciting. Like I said, we're really looking forward to that. Going to be, you know, doing a video on our prep for that, and then I'll just do like a short video afterwards explaining what we went through and stuff, just for anybody who's going also through this process of immigration. I like to inform people of just our experience and like to share it. So
and give you any insight if you guys are, you know, nervous about the green card. You know, the attorney said just be yourselves. You know, don't lie or whatever. A lot of the questions are straightforward answers like yes and no. Since, you know, the officers deal with a lot of interviews a day, they kind of want to rush things too. I mean, there's some that are chatty, more in-depth answers, but for the most part, you just give them short, you know, to the point answers.
Yeah, short to the point. And so the next thing that I want to talk about is I do have a trip coming up at the end of the month, and it's for me and all my bridesmaids. We're all going to New York to go, like, I'll be trying on some wedding dresses. I did make an appointment at Kleinfeld's. I did not sign up for the show because you need a full day to do it, and we don't have enough time for that. I just thought I'd just bring my camera with me. I have a few other girls who are going to bring theirs, and we're just going to vlog it. I already called them up and asked them if it was okay to bring our cameras, and they said as long as it doesn't bother anybody else, we're allowed to film our whole session there. So that should be really fun. We're going to be there from Friday till Monday we come home. So just like a weekend getaway.
At the end of January.
Yeah, at the end of January. So keep tuned for that. Me trying on wedding dresses, and also if we have time, we're gonna get some of my girlfriends to try on some bridesmaids dresses as well, just to see what they have over there.
For any of you that is not familiar with Kleinfeld, that is, if you watch the show Yes to the Dress,
say yes
that's
to the dress.
The major, you know, dealer out in New York where they do deal with all the wedding dresses and all that. So if you haven't seen Say Yes to the Dress, well, I'm just informing you that the Kleinfeld is the major wedding, you know, place to go.
I'm hoping that maybe we'll be able to at least see one of the people from there. One of the people that is on the show is Randy, and he is a dress designer, and actually one of the dresses that I wanted to try on is a Randy dress, so we shall see if that happens or not, but I'm still excited nevertheless. Panina, we can't
I know,
afford.
but I mean, you'd be
I'd love to try on one of the Panina dresses. Are you kidding me? That is my favorite designer. Panina Tournay is one of my favorite designers. She is amazing. I've been following her since 2011, 2012, like top down favorite designers with Lazaro and all those other ones. Anyways, so sorry, I'm getting off track. We also want to talk about the contest that we did bring up last year. I still want to do the contest. I think it will be good. We'll keep you guys posted on when we will launch that. It will only be a short period of time. So when we launch the contest, we only have a certain amount of time that we're going to have it open, and then we're going to close it, and then we're going to call out and
the winner.
Yeah, the winner.
So like what that is entitled to is I guess we're doing a contest for one lucky person. You'd have to either, you know,
fly out
and
then we book your hotel
room.
And everything else we'll have, and you just be a guest, and the only thing you'd pay would be flight. So yeah, we will definitely be working the details on that. I know that a lot of you said that that was still a good idea to do, so we're going to go through with it. We just don't know exactly when we're going to launch it. We'll keep you posted. I think that's about it for all the goals that we have coming up. Now we're going to get to the good stuff. So this is our Q&A questions. The first one we'll do is Facebook, and I think me and David are going to take turns going back and forth. Let's see here. First question off of Facebook, Jamel. She asks, what's the most challenging part about being in an Ambw relationship? So it's a really good question. I honestly think it's how some people see us. I do get a lot of, personally for myself, I do get a lot of people thinking, oh, you only like Asian guys, it's like a fetish, like, oh my goodness, blah, blah, blah. And for me to answer that, I honestly, I grew up with Asians. I know it sounds crazy, but Canada, especially where I'm from, the highest population over there are Chinese, Vietnamese, some Korean, lots of Filipinos. So there's just a lot of Asians when I was growing up. So a lot of my friends, I had Korean friends and Chinese friends and Vietnamese friends. Those were the most. And I was in a group, and most of them were Asian, and I was the token black girl, and then I had a friend who was the token white guy. So it's just, I grew up with Asians around me, and I guess it's just how that attraction kind of started. Honestly, I loved how family oriented everybody was. They were so open to me. I actually dealt with a lot of racism growing up, and a lot of it was from Caucasian people. So when I was around my Asian friends, they just welcomed me as if I was one of theirs. So that's probably why, for myself.
I mean, yeah, and now that being in an interracial relationship is more socially acceptable in today's society, I mean, there are still going to be some people that view it as wrong or giving you negative insight or whatever.
They see it as weird.
Yeah, exactly, see it as weird. But I mean, you just gotta shrug those people off. I mean, it's 2020. You see interracial couples everywhere. You see them in commercials now, and even in TV shows, movies, everything. So I mean, it's just them being immature about it. But I mean, you just have to just shrug them off.
Shrug it off. Honestly, there's gonna be more people that love you than the haters. And honestly, the haters are also a good thing, because when you get people always at you saying stuff, it's there. You can just rise above it and prove them wrong. What they're saying is also, it's just lack of knowledge and lack of everything. They don't know your story, they don't know your past, they don't know what you've been through, and at the end of the day, they're just seeing it from their perspective. So the next question, let's see. Jasmine. Yeah, Jasmine, she asked, did you feel that you were not good enough for his parents? And I guess this is a question towards me, as feeling that I wasn't good enough for David's parents, which was totally not the case, because both of us are adopted, of course. So
my parents probably thought I wasn't good enough for her. She's the one that keeps me in check. So
I do keep him in check, but
so they were the ones oh, this is a good thing for you,
So I got really lucky there, and I have dated in the past people who, or I should say guys who had Chinese or Asian parents, and they did not accept me at all. Or I never even met some of their parents. They were I was a secret to them. They didn't even know that I was dating their son or whatever. So I have dealt with that in the past, but with David, it's totally different. We're both adopted. We have a lot more things in common when it comes to that.
They just want to see, any other parent wants to see their kids, happy. So that's why they, they totally supported this whole relationship, and like my parents instantly fell in love with the kids when they first met them.
Oh yeah,
Like
it was
they,
perfect.
my parents spoil the crap out of the kids, and it's kind of like stop it, because I don't. You're just gonna.
They're having fun with being grandparents for sure. Yeah. The next question is from Kanyeta, and she asks, when and where did we first meet? Which we did talk about in our first Q&A video, which was like almost 2 years ago on this couch.
Yeah. So we met on Facebook in one of those
a Facebook Ambw group.
Exactly. Like she commented on some post, and I was like just looked, and I friend requested her because I thought she was very pretty, and then like a couple days later she private messaged me, and then we just started talking, and that's when we set it off, because we talked about like our adoptions and stuff, and how we had so much in common, and we just had a click, and everything else is history. Yeah, it was literally a week after she had Amar, so like, and it was around a week after my birthday, so it was March 30th of 2017 that we actually met. Yeah. And then like a month later is when we actually started to talk, and we did video call right away so that we could like see each other. Jayla, she asks, what would you say is the key to having a good relationship? Which is a great question. Hi, you want to say anything? Well, a key to having a good relationship is, communication. Without communication,
most definitely. If I've learned anything, for sure, I have to be like totally honest and communicate totally well. Instead of like beating around the bush or just lightly coding something or whatever, it's better to go straight to the point. Then you don't have to like guess at anything, and then how I'm like feeling, and I know how you're feeling when we're like straight to the point, right? Yeah. So much easier than otherwise. Other than that, you're like dragging things on, and no one knows what. Yeah, it just gets crazy.
Yeah, I mean, communication is the number one. Without communication, you really don't have a relationship. And another thing is, like, don't be a vegetable. Don't make things like a daily routine in a relationship. Spice it up. Like, do stuff, to, like, make it fun. Because, a lot of times when people are in, relationships for quite a long time, for many years or whatever, they get into this like comfort zone where you're doing a routine, like when you're at a job, you go in, you do a routine, go home. It's like it's part of your schedule, like in a relationship. So if you do like the exact same thing, your relationship gets boring, and that's another thing where you might lose interest in one another, is because you're not doing fun stuff, like go on dates, do family outings, do plan things all the time to keep it fun. Always, find things to do to make it fun. Like, just keep your relationships fun. Always find stuff to do that's fun. And communicate well with each other. That's it.
Totally agree. One of our YouTube questions was from Gwendolyn, sorry. She asked, what would you say is the biggest obstacle in your relationship? So this one was kind of like the other question we had, but just
right now the biggest obstacle in our relationship was dealing with like the whole visa process.
Immigration, definitely.
Immigration, was a setback. Without doing the whole immigration thingy, like doing like the K1 visa, and as we anticipated and wanted to actually do what we wanted to do in the first place and get married, we probably would have had our, more goals met by now, but like everything was a setback because, it took a year to get the visa approved and all that, so that was a major setback.
Yeah, I agree. I feel that if it wasn't for immigration and it taking so long and a lot of money and all that, we definitely would be in a better financial
situation.
position.
Yeah.
We had to make a whole bunch of sacrifices, of course, and especially with our upcoming wedding for family and friends and everything like that coming up in August, we did have to make a lot of sacrifices just because of everything that the visa took, and then now the green card, and apparently even with becoming a citizen, that's going to be a whole another process and time and
it's just
money.
all money.
So
money. Yeah.
unfortunately, if it wasn't for that, we would be definitely in a better spot for sure.
Yeah, it's financially draining though, this entire process, and it's a little stress. It's very stressful, and but my parents have been supporting us in all ways. They've been helping out in every way possible. So I mean, I'm so grateful for that.
And all the support and stuff, and everybody being so positive as well towards us. And so we thank you so very much for that. The last question is from Instagram, and David's going to read it and answer it.
Well, hold on. Gwendolyn had a second question, which was, how does it feel to know that you have inspired so many people? It actually feels really great. I mean, we love the fact that all of you give us the support and love, most wonderful comments about us. I mean, that's all we want to do is
inspire people,
inspire other people,
share
if they're
our story,
and share our quest with other people if they're not unsure of how they want to go about with being in an interracial relationship, or if they have questions about the visa process, spousal
and plus
visa.
Also, we are a blended family as well too.
Yeah.
So like we inspire everybody, not just AMBW, but blended families, interracial, being adopted. If you're adopted out there, hey, we know how you're feeling. We know how it is to be adopted, the ups and downs, all that great good stuff. So I just feel that our channel has so many elements to it.
And the last question is from Instagram, from Mia Medi. The question is, when will you two have beautiful babies? Well, that's like one of that's the last thing on my mind right now, because we have so much other stuff that we have to take care of. Like we have
our goals,
the green cards, the U.S. citizenship, and then we have to obviously.
That's in 3 years.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying we also have to focus on our wedding and ceremony and all that, and prepare for that. And then after that, we have to focus on looking for a house, because obviously this condo is a little too small for all of us. Like I said, that's the last thing on my mind is another child, but it'll definitely happen sometime, just unsure when. It's going to be one of those surprises,
It's going to be
one of those happy surprises down the way. But yeah, I mean, I hope that satisfies you with our answers and the Q&A, and we appreciate everybody that subscribes to us, and tell your friends about us. If they're in interracial relationships, just share. We, like I said, we like to be motivators for anybody else that is considering being in an interracial relationship, and and have their doubts. I mean, just have to go with it. You only live once, and you'll never know what you have until you try. So.
And a big shout out to Maisley. We need to collab with you guys. I keep on saying it to people, and I have a lot of people saying, you guys need to collab, and we do. We need to collab with you guys because we have so much in common. I know we only have 2 kids, but all the other elements, we have a lot in common. Definitely. The oppas can hang out, and I think it'd be really cool.
Yeah, you could dress us up like K-pop stars.
Comment in the comment section below if you feel that we should collab with Maisley. Please give us the love, like this video.
Yeah, shout out to Maisley, and have them contact us, and it'd be so we can set something up. That would be pretty awesome.
That would be really cool. And they used to live in Maryland, which is not that far away from I guess Cleveland, right? It's not that far away, right? Maryland?
Yeah.
But I know now they're living in LA or California. But still, I know they still come back to see everybody over on this side of the country, the East Coast. So anyways, we love everybody. Thank you for tuning in and watching, hopefully, the end of this video.
Yes.
And we will catch you guys all soon with more videos. You're supposed to say videos.
Yeah, more videos.
More
Bye.
videos.
Say bye.
Hi everybody, Arlene here. Just also letting you know you can also follow us on our social media. So our Facebook and also our Instagram. Come check us out.